Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
And if I gave you this... So
In that case, I could...
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to... I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort...
They spoke of a great purification. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Thank you again for freeing us.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. Taking into consideration what we learned in the warehouse, it will not be difficult to convince the Mother Cardinal to intervene.
The enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our enemy!
We must meet with the Mother Cardinal urgently. Only she can put an end to this madness.
Yes?
I would like to have an audience with the Mother...
What is this about?
Well,
You see, Eminence, they would also be implicated, therefore, in the appearance of the
That is an extremely serious accusation.
effect. But these suspicions have pushed the Order to extreme. The Ordo Luminis captured several. They were tortured with the singular goal. If I had not intervened,
Is this true, Domitius?
these Naughts are now united with their captain, and I am certain they would be most eager to bear testimony. Following up on the accusations of Bishop Domitius, I wanted to verify for myself what this was all about. I went to take a look at their storerooms and saw what they contained. There were neither idols, nor objects of any ritual, nor even anything magical, and absolutely nothing that could be attributed to the origin of the Malachor. I found nothing but measuring instruments and diverse navigational machines. I caught wind of a ridiculous scheme planned for the port by the Ordo Luminis, and I wanted to clear it up. I was able to get my hand on documents that effectively detailed an attack. They were signed by you, Father, and include to attack every Naught building and imprison every one of them.
Domitius, how could you? Whatever did you want to accomplish?
the North.
Have you gone completely mad, Domitius? We are on an island. I want them arrested. Him and every member of his order. I thank you for bringing this business to my attention. Going after them. Without you, this city would now be drowning in chaos. Carry my best wishes to your cousin. His desire to maintain the peace on the island honors his house's reputation.
I will...
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've settled the problem in San Mateus. Several of the misguided brothers planned to attack the port. I had them arrested. The Order thought you to be heretics because of your
The
tradition.
secrets. They often rediscovered this island nearly 2 centuries ago. A few decades later, we sold the discovery to your nation of merchants. Then, our closest allies, the Lords revealed their actions, provoked a revolt. The magic of the natives of Tir was awoken. Only a handful of lords and armed men were able to make it back to our ships. The losses were enormous. The humiliation, devastating. Your princes paid us well to keep them. They continued to make the occasional expedition.
What are you saying?
You must have had your doubts. You're the child of a native.
The child of an islander? But I know who my mother...
I understand how difficult this is to hear. In the end, we decide the congregation, in spite of its fears, could not keep away. I am sorry for the Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet... I can't believe it. That for all this time, I've been fed lies. Did Constantine know? I must go see him.
I understand you may be sad because you were lied to. But do not be sad about who you are. We are a proud people. And I am glad to know that you are one of us.
Are your boots? Come closer, good people. The cure in wine.
Cousin, you couldn't pick a better time. I've been taken with jitters, like a cat on a midday roof.
What are you waiting for with such anticipation?
I took your advice, you see? I've summoned one of these crows! He has been examining me for nearly an hour. I just barely escaped a purge. But I was given the mandatory bleeding. I so hate their little knives.
And so then, our venerable doctor, what is the verdict? The blood is black. Constantine? Is this your blood? Constantine, answer me! Constantine, stay with me! Constantine! There is a chance he is in error. It might be something else.
I'm going to die.
No. No, Constantine.
I will die, like your mother, and the others on the continent. I am dying. I don't want to die. I don't. Not so soon. It's so good. Cousin, I don't...
Constantine, I am here. Pull yourself together. Out. Everyone out. It's an order.
Thank you, cousin.
There now. Are you better?
I don't know. You won't leave me, will you?
I'm going to find a cure, I promise you.
Didn't you promise the same thing to your mother? You know I'll be dead before you find one.
Don't say that. I will succeed. I've already some promising trails to explore.
I don't know, cousin. The tidings are so awfully dire. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid. I doubt the reason for your visit was to console me in my tragedy. Tell me, what brings you here?
It can wait. It's nothing that cannot be dealt with later.
But please, whatever it is, it will take my mind elsewhere.
I was able to get the whole story out of the Admiral in exchange for a service. As our investigation was leading us to imagine, the congregation did once attempt to colonize the island. The Nauts discovered it some 2 centuries ago and brought our people here a few decades later. But the enterprise to colonize the island failed completely. There were a great many bloody battles. Few colonists survived. The princes preferred to hide their defeat and paid the Nauts to keep the secret.
That they hid the fiasco from the world, I get. But that my father said nothing about it to me.
That's not the most shocking part of the story. Believe me.
What do you mean?
The congregation continued to make expeditions to the island with the help of the Nauts. According to the Admiral, my mother was captured from here during one of them. I was born on one of their ships.
What? But... that means you are not...
Your fair cousin. No. All the lies that we've been fed since our tender childhood. The fable told I am the spitting image of my dead father, lost during an expedition. I don't know what to think, Constantine. Why did they do that to me?
I don't know. It's another one of their sly and dark orchestrations. Some vile intrigue. If it is of some comfort, no matter the true story, you will always be my fair cousin. You have always been the only one to care for me. You are my only friend. That's all that matters to me. Keep this discovery between us. No one needs to know. My aunt adopted you after all. Bring in the others. Let us speak of different concerns. That's enough bad news for one day. Kurt, what is...
Dismissed, soldiers! Leave us. We have much to say.
What is going on? I don't appreciate this attitude, Kurt. Must I remind you that these men all answer to me?
Times change, Your Highness. Or rather, they're about to do so.
Is that a threat? What are you hoping to accomplish? Don't tell...
Silence! We have little time, and none to lose.
Kurt, what are you talking about?
The commander of the Coin Guard is here in New Serene at this very moment. He's preparing a coup d'etat. In the 3 cities of the island, our men are going to eliminate the governors and their entourage.
This is madness. How?
How? You'll go down as easy as plum pie and cherry wine. Standing behind every one of you is one of our men. You have entrusted us with your security. You are completely at our mercy.
Then why did you send your men away? And why are you telling us all of this?
I've known you both for a very long time. Too long. I've come to know you. To respect you. And I've never reneged on a contract. These orders go against all that I am. A cold-hearted mercenary. Definitely. But never a traitor. And so now you are forewarned. You must take action.
Thank you, Kurt. I will not forget this. Constantine, we need to get you to safety as well as your counselors.
But I want to...
What? Take part? You can barely stand up. No, we must take you into the cellar.
If I've completely understood what you've said, Kurt, the governors of our cities are also in danger.
Yes. If you want to keep your allies, Your Highness, you also need to warn them.
Correct. We cannot let them fall into the hands of these traitors.
I will find the means to send them a messenger. Do you know where your conspirators are?
It would seem I should be one of them. They are counting on me to eliminate both of you. The most urgent matter is to get our hands on the commander and his 3 lieutenants. The others are doing nothing but following orders. If we cut off their heads, they will fall into rank.
I always knew you were a good man.
Don't make me change my mind. We'd better be off. Now. We'll certainly have to fight some traitors at Torsten's behest on our way to the cellar. Stay on your guard.
Stay behind us, Constantine. You're in no condition to fight.
We must also think about the advisors, including your professor. And then we have to rescue Lady Mirage.
We must hurry before the guard can act.
May the Enlightened protect me in this battle!
Lord Minister, the Coin Guard wants to take control of the island by assassinating all its governors.
The guard is everywhere. They could succeed.
We will do everything in our power to thwart them.
I'll follow you.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
Protect me in this battle!
My health! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
We've reached the cellar. It looks like a good place to hide. Constantine, promise me that you will stay here until we...
Do I even have a choice? Here I am, consigned to my corpse.
Like someone ill, Constantine. Someone who is dear to me. And the city wouldn't survive your loss. Let's go then.
And cousin? Watch out for yourself.
You are safe here.
You have my eternal gratitude, Excellency. We owe you our lives.
Lord de Castellon, the coin guard tried to assassinate my cousin and is plotting the same actions against the other governors.
So, they have finally done it. Such proximity, it was only a question of time before they succumbed.
We should have paid more attention to your lessons. We might have been able to avoid all. Follow me. I'm taking you somewhere safe.
I'm coming.
Protect me in this battle!
To my help! And death to the others!
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! May the shadow engulf our enemies! Protect me in this battle!
To my help! And to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
You will be safe here.
Thank you, my friend. I will never forget what you've done for me.
Keep in mind that Lady Morange is also on the list of people who were supposed to be assassinated.
In that case, we should find her at once. Her abode is very close to the palace.
And you will have to find a way to warn the rest of the governors.
We will meet with the messengers at the northern and eastern gate on our way, so that they can depart for Hikmet and San Mateus immediately.
I am very grateful to you, my child. If it weren't for you, all our work on this island could have been lost.
Torsten has no honor. I had no choice but to stop him.
Lady Morange, Make ready to depart. We cannot remain here.
But what is going on?
The Coin Guard has decided they were set on assassinating Constantine and his...
The idiots!
You are in danger.
Don't worry about me. I have friends here. They will hide me. Go!
Maybe enlightened protect me in this battle. To my health, and death to the others!
Your Excellency, it is an honor.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle. Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
You won't regret ever going against the guard.
Move away! Things are about to get dicey! May the... Protect me in this battle! To my help! And death to the others!
Messenger, be ready to leave at once. You must warn the governor of Hikmet that a conspiracy is underway targeting him.
It's just that I can't leave the city just yet.
What are you talking about? The order comes from the governor. What more do you need?
It's just that I was told if I left the city to that...
Who said that? The command...
I don't really know, but they were heavily armed and they pay very well.
And so you are prepared? Don't you understand that the reason I am standing before you is because... Do you know the punishment reserved for traitors?
Sorry, Excellency, but I can't. Move along now, Your Excellency, or fight.
If it's a question of money...
A lot.
You should be ashamed.
You're...
Make preparations to leave. I have a message to communicate immediately to the governor of San Mateus. You must tell the Mother Cardinal that the Coin Guard is preparing a coup d'etat. Her life and those of her entourage are in grave danger.
Very well, Your Excellency. I'll leave immediately.
The commander must be in his upstairs quarters preparing the attack. We should try to reach him discreetly.
We could try to go through the tavern's kitchen.
That's one way to do it. Or we could use the scaffolding to access the upper floor directly. But it's visible from the dormitories. And I know that the young recruits were ordered to stay there.
They will not suspect us if we're wearing guard uniforms. Do you know where the 3 lieutenants you told us about are located?
Ludger is an instructor. He'll be in the right wing of the barracks. As for the other 2...
I'm sorry, Your Excellency. My orders are not to let...
What if I paid you a supplement?
Very well, you can come in.
I regret, milady, we are closed this evening. Come back another day.
I'm not here to tempt my luck. Are you in charge?
That's right. What do you want from me?
From you? Nothing. We are here to arrest the commander's lieutenants.
Is that right? Now, this ought to be good. And for what crime would that be?
You know very well. For high
Oh, and you think that my men are just gonna let you, without so much as blinking an eye?
Why would your men risk their lives and their families' well? Gentlemen, you have been manipulated. Told that with such a prize, you would be free of the services of the... But do you imagine for an instant that the Nauts would risk losing their precious clients for you? That the continental nation... You would be condemned to remain on this island. Isolated and forever banished from the continent. I only hope that you are leaving no one behind you. Because you will never see them again.
You make sense. We have too much to lose in this story. I'm sorry, Lieutenant, but you're gonna have to deal with this yourself. Do with him what you feel you must.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle! May the shadow engulf our own...
Soldiers! Ready weapons!
We have been sent by the Your lieutenant is accused of... As you can see for yourselves, the attempt failed. Are you also ready to be accused of treason? Because of your loyalty to your lieutenant?
I doubt it. I'm sure they're gonna make the wise decision. Isn't that right, Dieter?
You give your word that we'll suffer no repercussions if we lay down arms?
You have my word.
Very well. We are dropping our weapons, soldiers. That dog's hide doesn't deserve our sacrifice.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my health! And...
Protect me in this battle!
And death to the others!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
It's blocked.
But what are you doing here? Civilians are not allowed to enter the compound. Lay down your arms and surrender.
That's not happening.
May the enlightened protect me in this battle!
To my health! And death to the others! Move away! Things are about to get dicey!
May the shadow engulf our enemies!
We've arrived too late.
Do you know where Torsten could have gone?
No. But we'll certainly find some information about it in these papers. Torsten suspected that I would denounce him, and he was prepared to leave this place. We must catch up to him. He cannot get away with this.
Let's go.
What are you doing here? Who let you in? I demand an explanation.
It seems that your men are a little distraught. It is understandable, with all that's been going on. You are under arrest, as well as your commander.
But... what? I recognize you. You're the governor's and Kurt. You had your orders.
Sorry, but forced to betray someone, I decided it would be the less...
Traitor. Soldiers, ready weapons. May the enlightened protect me in this battle.
To my help! And death to the others! Torsten is a snake, but he's clever. Apparently, he suspected I would refuse to follow his orders.
He must have been told about our attack on the ghost camp, and drew his own conclusions. He knew you better than you thought he did. Too late. The coward has escaped.
Come closer, good people. The cure and wine.
Do I have the time to return and see those dear to me?
Constantine, how are you feeling?
Death is on my doorstep, and all hope has flown through the window. Come closer. What ill tidings do you bring?
I thought you would like to know that the Coin Guard's attempt to take control of the island has failed.
This is excellent news. The kind I've not had in a great while. Thank you, Kurt. Were it not for your loyalty, we were lost. And as for you, my fair cousin, you know what I owe you. Not only have you looked out for me, like always, but you have protected my advisors.
Yes. And if your highness would permit, I would like to relay our most sincere gratitude from all of Thélème. Thanks to your message, the Mother Cardinal was able to thwart the commander's plans. By the grace of the Illuminated, the city is saved, and the traitors punished as they should be.
Alas, the instigator of all this tragedy slipped through my fingers.
I was informed that the commander was able to leave the island. I wish him luck in finding a port that will welcome him, and you were able to catch his lieutenants. The squires will pay for the crimes of their masters, as happens too often. Enough talk of ruffians. They failed, and for that, I again thank Kurt.
If your highness is looking for a means to translate his gratitude, gold is a present that is always appreciated.
I imagine that you shall name a new commander.
Yes. I will discuss the matter with loyalist officers, but I think I know who will be elected.
I hope it is someone whom we can trust. We do need soldiers, but loyal soldiers above all.
We are well aware that the Guard's reputation has been tarnished. We will not make the same mistake twice. Sieglinde is solid and loyal. I have fought beside her.
You have my complete trust, Kurt. You have amply earned it. Before you leave, I must ask you something.
All right. I'm listening.
I do suffer, my fair cousin. I suffer so horribly, and alas, we have yet to discover neither cure nor remedy.
I'm sorry. I fully intend to continue my research. We have a number of leads, but with all that's been happening...
Don't blame yourself. I know how much you do for me. Yet, I'm afraid that before the sickness claims me, the pain will have driven me mad. If only there was a way to ease my suffering.
I know of a healer, with powers that are legendary amongst the clans. It is rumored he can alleviate even the most terrible pains. His village is west of the city. I could take you there.
One of our holy men lives in San Mateus. His healing powers are supposedly miraculous. Alas, it is a miracle we are in need of, my son.
If I may, your highness, we have the best physicians in the world. It shouldn't stop Father Petrus from praying for a miracle. It can't do any harm.
I'm nothing more than a sailor. I don't have much to offer when it comes to healing. As it would seem Thélème are prey for the Malachor, just like the Bridge Alliance. Perhaps it would be best to ask for aid from those not suffering from the plague.
The sailor's right. The holy men and the sages had their chance on the continent, and we all know how that went.
Thank you, as always, for your advice. Cousin, you are the only one I trust, so please, don't let me lose my mind.
I'll follow the leads and find a way. I won't let you down. Hold on. I'll be back as soon as I can.